Okay, Taurus, thank you for coming. So what I really want to do is focus on this specific situation and then this here. Because I think you, like I said before, you're coming from a position of power. So you're on top of this. You are the quote-unquote dictator of how this happens and how this plays out. So while you are kind of in this state of maybe confusion or maybe just not really being that sure, the thing is that I think you are sure. You're just kind of second guessing yourself a little bit. But let's go ahead and pull out. I'm just going to keep shuffling till cards fall out with the King of Cups and the King of Swords, both in the reversal. You know, this to me, and what I said in the general, I was like, well, this is, you know, maybe a two-faced type of person and someone that can really flip the switch on you very, very quickly, and someone that can not only mess with your mind, but can really mess with your heart as well. Like, this is definitely someone that has motivation to harm in some way, not like physically harm you, but like emotionally cause affliction, right? Now we're getting the Four of Swords in the reversal as well, in association with those. Let me pull out a couple more before I start talking, or, well, I'll just keep talking. So Four of Swords reversed tells me that there's mental unruliness. And it goes well, I think, with the Two of Wands as well, because it's like there's a lot of thinking going on in regards to them. See, even these swords are like pointing upward toward them. And we have this sword here in the yellow kind of pointing forward, which is the same direction that this guy is facing, right? So there's the appropriate directionality here. What you're thinking about them, and I think there is a lot of thinking about them. Maybe you've retreated a little bit, right? Maybe you have said to yourself, I just need to retract, I need to eject myself from this situation, I need to pull back, I need to breathe, because right now any meditations and any thinking that's going on is not the best. It's maybe a little bit too emotional or too raw. Right? If it was in the upright, I'd be like, you've got a very clear mind, you're super on point. But I think this person caused like some turbulence. And you're just like, I don't know what to do. And I don't quite know how to handle this. Who are they? And now we're getting the Devil and the Nine of Swords. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But you are releasing yourself from them. Yet they still do have a presence in your life, so you're not completely out of the woods. This is what I already said. The anxiety here, and especially for a Queen of Cups, because she feels anxiety, strong anxiety when things are not settled, when things are not good. She doesn't like it when she's being afflicted, but she also doesn't like inflicting pain on others either. She's a very peaceful queen, right? And she does care about the other person. She does care about the other person's well-being. And she does have this sense of, like, this is obviously someone who is in pain, someone who is hurting, someone who is like going through their own karmic stuff, and I care about them, but maybe the best way I can care about them is to stop enabling them, right? And that's really hard for you because you do care about them and you maybe do love them, or you do like want them to succeed or whatever, you wish them well, but they cannot do well at your expense. And here you are drawing that line in the sand very, very sharply. You know, this is not the most friendly card all the time, you know, like this is harsh. A Hierophant, the Pope, this is power. And power can be exerted for good or bad. And in your case, you're exerting it for good, but good of yourself. because you're releasing yourself. You've learned that karmic lesson, right? You've learned it. You had Saturn in your 8th house, right? The past few years, Sagittarius. Okay, you've had it in your 8th house. Saturn through the 8th house. There's a lot of restriction in that placement. There's a lot of the limitations and you really, really being pushed. Well, it's not there anymore. It's moved on. And you're moving along right alongside of it. But you're still processing, you're still going through the mental recuperation and replenishment because the drainage was so severe. And these are, it's not as though this is affecting every area of your life. I feel that this is very, very compartmentalized to this person and this person only, or these two people. Like it's being compartmentalized to this situation. But in every other part of your life, there's many, many reasons to celebrate. There's many, many reasons to feel good and to feel proud. And you should feel proud about what you went through. You really should, because Saturn through the 8th house, which is the house of regeneration, it's the house of rebirth, okay? And that rebirth was earned, but you've done it, and it's over, and you can breathe now. The only thing left to do is to get it gone, okay? Let's talk more about this 3 of Swords. I want to know more about this 3 of Swords. Hermit mode reversed. Well, you're deep here. You're deep. Earth signs do well here. This is the card of Virgo, but Capricorn and Taurus do well here as well. This is a place of figuring out who you are. It's a great deal of introspection. It's a slow process, but Taurus, you don't have any problem with that. Earth signs don't have problems with it. It's a slow process, but you're willing to do it because you know what benefits it brings. They always say the only way to know God is to know yourself, or to know yourself is to know God, right? God being the creator of the universe. And you are getting to know yourself because there's no escaping what this brings up. We touch our darkness sometimes. We touch our dark sides. We touch those things we don't like about ourselves. And very, very often we see the things we don't like about ourselves in other people. It instills jealousy, possessiveness, obsession, and when we have that chance to break free, it is important to reflect upon those experiences and to admit to ourselves that sometimes there are things that we don't like. Sometimes there are things that we I totally lost my train of thought. There are things that we don't like, and there are things that we must heal from, whether from this lifetime or a past life, because a lot of times, we have these wounds, these areas of our life where we can't really explain it. Maybe it is very repressed, maybe it is something from childhood or whatever, but we do have this wounding. And whether we know the source of that or not doesn't, determine whether or not we can heal from it. And you can heal from it, but recognition is the first thing. So I think that this is that process of recognizing the wounds. Why did this person affect us so much? And why did we let it go so far? And why did we get so hurt? And why did we, all these questions, why? Why? And why did you believe that that was real love? Or why did you believe that that was something good when clearly it was not? And so, and it's not that it wasn't good. This is still good. There's goodness here. We just have to find the good. Okay? And that's what the Hermit is all about. Finding the good. All right? Let's do a couple more here. Okay. A couple more coming out. Okay, well, Two of Cups reversed. So, I mean, you guys, so I'm feeling that there is something romantic going on for you here, for sure. Maybe you're not hearing, maybe you're not reaching out to them either. There seems to be a blockage in communication, not wanting to see each other, not wanting to talk, not wanting to really do, not wanting to put more effort into stuff right now. I mean, this person is desperate, I feel. They are desperate. They're desperately wanting something from you. But again, you, I think, were their source of validation. You were their source of ego boost. If they were in the upright, guys, I'd be singing such a totally different, more positive tone. You know? But breaking free from this is positive for you. Let's not worry about them so much. You know, it's positive for you. It's good for your soul, and it's good for you and what you need to do. Although it's hard. It is hard. And to get over a Three of Swords does take time, and that's why the Hermit comes out reversed, because I think that there is more time. Even the Devil coming out, both indications of time. Okay? And I think it will, as Saturn progresses more into your 9th house. Wait, hold on, I'm getting the things messed up. Yeah, that's right. Right? Yeah. Queen of Pentacles reversed. I feel as though you are questioning your abilities to have, questioning the fact that you actually deserve stuff. Queen of Pentacles, I think, representing you. Right now, you are very emotionally in a good place. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you feel like a mess, you are in a good place. And you are in that position of power, right? But then we have this, speaking to that earth quality, Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Cups part of you is going to kind of need to be that mother to this other part of you. The part of you that has had their ego affected, the part of you that feels maybe fearful, that feels a little bit nervous about where things are going, that feels nervous about the outcome of the situation. But like right now, you can't see the outcome. You can't see it. And I said this just in my weekly, and I'm going to repeat it for you, but like, it's like you're turning a 90-degree angle, a 90-degree corner, but you're not far enough around the corner to see the straight road ahead of you. And so this is like the cheerleader within you that's like, yes, keep going, keep going, keep going. You're going to make it around that corner. I promise you, you can do it. You know, the cheerleader inside of you, plus coupled with all the cheerleaders that you have around you, the actual friends and the actual family members and the people that have seen you go through this and the people that don't want you to continue to be afflicted by this. They want to see you being set free. You have every reason to feel very, very proud of going through this. It's a rite of passage going through this because it means your soul is evolving. Your soul is developing and it's becoming this force. It's making you more compassionate, more intuitive. It puts you in touch with your true self. And again, the more you know yourself, the more you understand God, or you understand the universe. And so the more and more knowledge you can gather, the more successful you will be in your next lifetime. Like, let's start thinking about not just our life on a day-to-day basis, and not just even this particular lifetime, but if you do believe in past lives, which I believe a lot of people here on this tarot channel actually do, and if you're an astrologer, you definitely do, and you start seeing this lifetime as merely a single page in the novel of the evolution of your soul. And this is something that, this is the event that happens on that page. And you may have 2 or 3 events that happen throughout your lifetime, but you just hit one. And that just gets you closer to the next page. And you don't want to just repeat the same story, you know. So the more proud you can feel for going through that, the less likely of a blow it's going to feel. Now, I know, emotionally, 4 of Cups reversed, 4 of Swords reversed. Mentally and emotionally, it's no coincidence that we're getting these 2 reversed, and the Swords and King of those suits reversed. Like, that's not an accident, you guys, because this person hit you both on the mental and emotional level, but they did not hit you on the spiritual level. All right, they did not. Your spirit is well, and it is alive, and it is good, and it is thriving, but mentally and emotionally, you'll need to get that on par with your spirit. All right, so it's okay, because the last 2 cards that we got, Justice and the Sun. And justice will be served, very much in a way of like a TV courtroom show, like Judge Judy smacking down the gavel. Like, the universe has made its judgment, and it will be just, and it will be fair. And coupled with the Sun, look, I'm getting the chills right now. You guys, being true to who you are is only going to bring you the best of this life, the absolute best of this life. And if you can see that for what it really is, and you can see that as that blessing, you will feel better about the whole thing, and it will feel easier for you to walk away, or it will feel easier for you to say, okay, well, this chapter is done. It's been written, it's in my history, it's in my book, it's done, and now it's time for me to move to the next event. And the universe is guiding you there, it's pushing you there, and for you, it is on the receiving end. It is on the receiving end because you've got this one. It is. And if you are, just putting it out there, if you are choosing between 2 people, and these do represent 2 different people, get rid of them both. You don't need either one of them. Neither one of them is good. And you may love them both. You may care about them both. You may totally be super invested in both. But I'm not getting good vibes from either. Neither one is good for you. Okay? Neither one. And it's time for you to unravel yourself from that situation. And to let the sun shine on your face. To let the warmth and the beauty and the nourishment just come in. And let it do what it needs to do for you. Okay? I mean, a tough but also beautiful reading. I mean, really, truly, if you can, kind of accept that this is what the universe wants for you at this particular moment in time, and that you are on the outwards direction, heading outwards from here, knowing that over time, over the next few months, this is all going to turn around and not be so prominent in your cards, you'll feel better about everything, and you'll be able to move into a place of happiness, and move into a place of excitement and joy for what's coming. Okay? All right, beautiful Taurus, I will leave you with that. I wish you absolutely nothing but the best of luck. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.